love the look of good skin, even if you have to fake it. If you're faking the look of good skin with that no makeup look, when it takes you 2 hours for that no makeup look. Yeah, so I wanted to try this. It says sheer tinted oil-free formula with 100% mineral broad spectrum protection. Blends weightlessly and seamlessly, giving skin a fresh, healthy glow with a smooth matte finish. Without without parabens, petroleum, silicone, sulfates, artificial fragrances, artificial colors. Now, let me tell you something. There were a couple of words in here that I left out because I couldn't pronounce it. So maybe you can, I don't know if you're going to be, I don't know, look it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on, and it's cloudy here in New Jersey in late March, but you should be putting sunscreen on even on a cloudy day, because the UV rays still get to you. It may not be as strong as a clear day, but it still can do damage. So I wear sunscreen on cloudy days. I wear sunscreen in the house, even if I know I'm not going, you know, it's a work-in day and I'm not going outside. I still wear sunscreen because of the windows. But since reaching menopause, my skin has changed so much. It's become so dry. But in the summer, I don't like the feeling of grease. You know, I don't like that tacky feeling. And we all know that sunscreens can be problematic with when they're under your foundation. They don't always play well. I've put on concealer and have it look so bad with certain sunscreens. It's also reef safe, which I don't know if you know about this, but a lot of the chemical sunscreens have a effect on aquatic creatures and corals where it changes their hormones and makes it so that they're not able to reproduce. So stuff like that's important to me. Cool. So it's like this. So shake it well. Ooh, it is sheer. You know, I know you see these other beauty YouTubers with all their fancy brushes. Here I am with my fingers. It does. I don't know whether it's because my skin's so dry. Maybe I should have. See, I don't have anything on my skin. No moisturizer or nothing. I don't know whether it's my skin is so dry, but it's kind of taking some effort to get it on my face evenly. It's gonna take some. I wonder how it would look if I it's really sheer. It's got some fragrance to it. I'm smelling fragrance. It's very matte already. Need to put some on my neck. So I don't know how long this is going to last because I think I've had to use quite a bit. Alright, that's with the sponge. It's definitely sheer. I mean, if you're looking for something that's going to... This is something for people with amazing skin to begin with don't need to hide any flaws. It's for when you are outside doing things, exercising. This would be perfect. When you're not looking for a makeup look. I'm going to put on some makeup because I'm going to be filming today for my other channel. It's called My Mother's Cookbook. It's kind of a project I'm doing since my mom passed away. I have her cookbook that she loved to use. There was like 2 or 3 cookbooks that she loved, and they're really old. One of them was passed down by her mom, my grandmother, Kate, who was Irish, and I think this cookbook's like from 1941. And has some of the best recipes in it, really, like tried and true. Go back to it time and time. Best pancake recipe ever. In fact, people write to me who've had those pancakes to get the recipe for these pancakes. So I'm looking at the color, and as I said, I'm very fair, but it's not that bad. I mean, I've used tinted moisturizers where I could only use it in the summer because it was way too dark. But I have to say, from what I'm experiencing right now, it's not going on very evenly. It's gonna take some. I wonder how it would look if I it's really sheer. It's got some fragrance to it. I'm smelling fragrance. It's very matte already. Now let me get my sponge, my beauty blender. Drip some on the beauty blender. I also paint, so like oil paint and pastels and charcoals and things. So the reason why I like to do things with my fingers is because I use my fingers a lot in blending and smudging my paints and my pastels and all of that. So for me, fingers are sometimes better for me than a sponge. Need to put some on my neck. So I don't know how long this is going to last because I think I've had to use quite a bit. And this will be a good opportunity to see how this plays with the things I usually use. So I'm going to be using the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape. This is such a good concealer. It does not crease and make my under eyes look even older, especially since I don't have any moisturizer on under these eyes. There's no eye cream. So I always pat gently, pat it in, pat it in, pat it in. Then I take the sponge and kind of So what I'm trying to create today is just like a very natural, outdoorsy, going to the gym look. You know, one of the things my father had always said is ask the stories of your family while they're alive. Because one day you're going to want to know things. When you get older, you know, your interests change and you may want to look into your family history, the stories behind the people that made you who you are, and they're gone. It's too late. So I'm hoping that this YouTube channel will be a way of me to hand down stories and recipes to generations ahead of me, you know, and be a part of their lives. You know, one thing I learned getting older, and especially not having kids, was, you know, no one wants to get older, and we're all trying to hang on to our youth, but true immortality comes from family. A part of you lives on with them. Not only your DNA and, you know, your blue eyes or your blonde hair, but who you were, the things you cared about, the things, your history, those things live on in family. So maybe you would like to start a YouTube channel or some way to document these things for future generations. Just something to think about. So that's why I'm doing my mother's cookbook. By the way, this is the Maybelline Lasting Fix. So good. Now what I'm doing is a very quick and modified version of my daytime facelift makeup routine, which you can find on my channel. These little brushes that I use, they may not be like what you see other people using, but they're very soft around my eyes. I find a lot of brushes that people use irritate my eyes. This is Maybelline's Fit Me. It is a neutral pink, warm pink actually. What's the name of that? 25, number 25 blush. Kind of a baby pink that goes with this palette, this eyeshadow palette. This is what I do when I don't have the time. Time to draw on my eyebrows. By the way, my husband got me Lashify in my stocking for Christmas, and I'm going to be doing a review because I think it's working. So I'm going to be posting that. I need to give it a little bit more time, but I think it's working. You know, you don't have to be artistic to be good at makeup. I mean, I think it helps, but it's a learned thing. I think the more you do it, with art, I don't know if it's something you can learn to be great at or talented at. I think you're born artistic, but I think with makeup, you can get good at it with practice. Now, there's makeup artists that are true artists. They're, you know, the famous people. But don't give up. I mean, don't be intimidated by makeup. I have friends who, they do not wear makeup because they feel so intimidated by it. And it's such a shame because they would like to wear it. It's a like anything, it's a try and fail, try again, and, you know, persistence, and you will succeed. So I have to tell you, I have noticed that my eyelashes are becoming longer. My husband bought me Lashify, put it in my stocking for Christmas, and my eyelashes are getting longer. I will do a review for it. I want to wait a little bit longer to see how long they're going to get, but I definitely notice difference. It's like one of these things that actually work, and I'm surprised, and it's not cheap. We'll do a review for that. Just keep an eye out for it, you know, subscribe, make sure you're receiving notifications, and I will, in a few months. Hey, look at that. They were non-existent. It was getting to the point where it almost looked like I didn't have eyelashes anymore. I mean, I definitely noticed a difference. I'm not putting them on my bottom lashes yet, as I wanted to see what happened to the top. But I will begin. And I want to take you all on that journey so you can say, and listen, I may not be the most knowledgeable, the most affluent, the most successful, or the most adept at these things, but I'm going to be really honest with you and hopefully share in my successes and failures so that it helps you navigate, you know, makeup and skin and hair as an older woman. This wig is Raquel Welch Simmer, and I will be doing a review for that today and having it up hopefully this week. So if you're interested in this, just got it today, and if you're interested in that, I'll have a review for this. So I will be back in about 4 hours. Check in on the MyChelle Protect sunscreen. Hey. Hi guys, this is my check-in for the MyChelle Protect sunscreen. And let's see, I think it's been, let's see, it's past 9. I was going to check in about 4 hours ago, but I was busy in the yard. So I had a full day. I was in the yard, I was doing gardening, I was out in the wind and the sun and the rain. It actually rained today. I made dinner, I hung out with my husband, and I'm exhausted. And so this is what it looks like on a full day. Look at my eyes, I'm so tired. So here's my thoughts. This is not something you're going to want to wear, I think. Well, this is not something I would wear if I was doing a full makeup look and I wanted that kind of refined, finished look. This is, look how matte this is. So this is something when you're looking for very natural, active wear, when you just want it to be your own skin and you're playing sports or working out, or you're just hanging out at home and you're not looking to do a full face makeup. So I'm actually really happy with it. It feels great. Microwave. So